Thanks for checking out another video review. Today I'll be reviewing my Nilight 14025C-B fog lights. And I will be mounting these onto the hood of my car just because I didn't have any available options for mounts to mount them onto the front pillar. So let's get into what these are. I bought these Nilight fog lights. I've got a few others that I've had. I wanted to get something that looked a little bit better on my car, so I bought these. They're built a little differently than my other ones. I just wanted something that was a little more square, maybe a little less bulky. So I bought these. They're the 14025C-B, and I'm trying to mount them on some hood mounts. The issue that I kind of had, I was like, oh yeah, I'll just screw these together real quick outside. Didn't really know these ones are mounted differently, so there's nothing that is threaded on here. I'm trying to figure this out. So what's supposed to happen here is these stick in here. You're gonna have some of this hardware. There's no instructions. The only thing you get is this thank you and contact us for support. I don't want to contact you for support. I just want to know how to put these together without having to call anyone or do anything other than pull out a little piece of paper. So I'm trying to figure out how these work. I think I've got it handled here. So you've got several pieces. You've got some lock washers, split washers, whatever you want to call them, standard washers, these serrated nuts for setting, some regular bolts, and then these little hex bolts based on their website. And I already knew these. These are going to be on the bottom here. These are going to have to fit in the slots. So I'm going to have to figure out how this goes. It wasn't too hard trying to figure it out. So this is going to sit in here. Since these are serrated, this is going to have to fit this way. So what I'm guessing is this is going to fit like this, so it can lock onto the metal. Then you're going to need, let's see, we got several split washers, only 2 standard washers. So the standard washers are going to go with the larger bolts, and then the non-serrated nuts. So then what you're going to have be stuck with is some of these split washers and the serrated nuts, and then these Allen bolts. So not this split washer and then the bolt going through this side here. So that's got to be it. That's the only way it can really work based on design. So let me get these put together and then we'll see how she looks. Okay, so many minutes later, we're all set. This was a absolute pain in the butt. So it's kind of like one of those games where you had to get the, one of those little water games where you had to get the hoop and on the rod, or the basketball in the basket. You're just trying to get this split washer to go down and make sure everything's lined up just perfectly so you can get them in there. So we got that one done. This one's done. Did notice some paint chips on here. Hopefully don't have to worry about rusting. I think there's a scratch on that too. Just a little bit of a scratch. So, little nicks, scratches. That's lovely. But these were cheap. Can't remember how much they were. I paid a little bit more just to get these specifically. I wanted the triple row, and this form factor. But yeah, hopefully these last. They come with a 2-year warranty, so if they leak, they pretty much just send you new replacements. Hopefully they have the same model number or a improved one that's roughly the same specs. So yeah, I get these mounted on my hood and have to deal with the wiring at a later point. I thought this one is one that I ordered with it, but I've got extra wire from one of the kits sitting around, so it is what it is. We'll see what we can get. And this is definitely not done because I have to tie up some loose ends here, but I've got them plugged in. So that's all it takes. I've got these. Nilight will mark these as theirs as well, but different brands make them. So there we are. Pretty simple. Just have that connected to the battery. All you gotta do is there's only 2 wires coming out of this thing, and then that's run into the relay. Wires coming to here for the sender. This lights up when it's on. You can replace it for your own switch. You can, one of these wires you take off, and I think it's the white one, and then it won't light up. So that would be the black one. That's the ground. Lights are on. So if you disconnect the black one, then that's not on. It only draws a little power to light that LED, but draws a lot more for this. So all I gotta do is run this through the firewall. I've got some amplifier wiring running back there, so I'll just put it through the same place that I ran that, and you're all set. Really simple install. Relay's all set up, good to go. You don't have to figure out all that wiring that goes on there. But yeah, so if you want a nice little setup, I think it's about, I don't know, 10, 12 bucks for that wiring. You can get a kit with the wire included. Check current pricing because they'll have sales sometimes. But yeah, Nilight, that's who does the wiring. It's actually one of the cheaper ones. So if you want everything all set up, nice and easy, 2-wire connection, and just hook up your fog lights wherever you want. I think this whole setup cost me like 13 bucks. That was part of a kit. Another 12 bucks, 25. And that was like 25 for the lights, so 50 bucks to have lights on my car. So there you are. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be glad to answer them for you. Alright, so here's what it looks like with just my standard headlights. Don't even have the fog lights on right now. And then let's see what it looks like when I turn on the night lights. It's a lot more area to see off the side of the roads here. So definitely at least as good as the headlights. So if you got deer off on the side, it's gonna help. So can't drive on the road like this, but it'll blind people. But if you're driving down a country road and no one's coming at you, they're great. The triple row are extremely great for the money and just slightly more expensive than the double. That's what you got.